Hello friends, welcome back. So guys, in this video, I'll just quickly explain how can you install MongoDB on Windows machine. Basically the point is that I will be coming up with more videos where we'll talk about microservices based on MongoDB database, right? So to work on those microservices, we need to have MongoDB installed, right? So in this video, I'll just quickly explain what exactly MongoDB is and how can we install MongoDB on the Windows machine. Alright, so that brings us, let's begin the video. Now guys, to understand MongoDB quickly, you can head over to mongodb.com/basics, and if you scroll down right here, you'll see what exactly MongoDB is. MongoDB is general purpose a document database designed for modern application development and for cloud. Okay, so MongoDB is a general purpose document DB or a NoSQL database. Okay, next, so here they mention few important terms like, for example, documents, collections, replica set, sharding, indexes, aggregation, right? So let's see what exactly those things are. So what exactly documents? So guys, if you are working with the MongoDB, right, you will talk about documents only all the time. For example, if you talk about RDMS, you'll talk about records, right? So basically a table can have a number of records. Similarly here in MongoDB, the record is a document. So a document in MongoDB is a record. And then MongoDB stores data in JSON format. Okay. So basically the document data model maps neutrally to objects in your application code. For example, in our application code, we'll have some object, for example, student or employee or department, right? So automatically the MongoDB will map this document to our object. Okay. Now another important thing that the fields in JSON document can vary because there is no strict format of a document. So point is, for example, one document can have 10 fields, one document can have just 5 fields only. For example, here if you take this one document can have this set of information without the engine part, and another documents can have exact same thing including engine information as well, right? So basically there is no predefined strict format to follow. A document can have its own set of fields or attributes. Next is collection. So guys, as I mentioned, document is similar to records in the RDBMS, right? So collections in MongoDB is equal to table in RDBMS. Okay, so in MongoDB, a collection is a group of documents. Okay, next is replica set. So what exactly replica set is? For example, when you create a database in MongoDB, the system automatically creates two more copies of the data referred as replica set. So basically it helps you in achieving high availability. Okay, next is threading, basically scalability to handle massive data growth. So guys, if you see here, threading is a term for distributing data intelligently across multiple machines. Okay, next is indexes. Basically indexes helps in improving query speed. Alright, next is aggregation pipelines, basically fast data flow. So basically MongoDB offers flexible framework for creating data processing pipelines called aggregation pipeline. Explaining the terms here, right? If you want to read about it, you have to go through this website. There is enough content to understand each concept. Okay. Now programming language. So basically MongoDB, it supports a lot of programming languages like Node.js, C, C++, C Sharp, Go, Java, Perl, PHP, Python, Ruby, and Swift. Okay. The next is like how to monitor MongoDB. So you can monitor your cluster's health and performance by checking instance status, cluster operations, and connections metrics, hardware matrices, and more just by using utility commands. Okay, next is MongoDB Cloud. So MongoDB started out as an open source. So basically, if you look at the different versions, we have got Community Edition, then we have got Enterprise Edition. The Enterprise Edition itself, MongoDB Atlas, comes as a database as a service and cloud. Now guys, to install MongoDB on Windows machine, you have to go to mongodb.com, which is the official portal of MongoDB, and then go to products, and you click, you see database. We have got enterprise server, and then another one is community server, right? So simply click on community server, which is the free version. So if you go down right here, you have to choose the version which you want. So by default it is pointing to the latest version, but if you want to go with a lower version, you can go and choose any other version as well, but I'll just keep the latest one as a default. Then let me to choose because I'm talking about Windows, so I'll keep as is. And the package, right? There are two ways to download the installer file. One is MSI and second one is a zip file. So but I want to have the installer file, so I'll just keep MSI. And if you click on the download, it will start downloading the setup file, which you can see here. Okay, it will just take a minute. Alright guys, now we have the installer file downloaded. Just click on the file. Alright, simply click on next, and then obviously you have to accept the terms to proceed further. Now guys, there are two setup types. One is complete. So complete will have everything, all the features, and custom is where you have the option to choose. For example, if I click on custom, I can just expand and I can choose what I want and what I don't want, right? But for now, we'll just go with the complete setup. Okay, so simply click on complete. Guys, here again this window is very important. So if you see here, the very first point, it says install mongodb as a service. So this, it's already checked. I want to have that one checked only. Next is, if you want to run the service as a network service user or as a domain user, right? So if you want to run this service as a domain user, you have to go and select the second option, but for now I'll just keep the very first option, which says run service as network service user, right? And then service name is mongodb. So this is the service name, and then additionally it will get two directories. One is data directory and second one is log directory. Now click on next. Now guys, here it says install mongodb compass. So basically a GUI based tool to interact with the database, right? So for now I'll just keep it checked only, that yeah, I want to have mongodb compass, and click on next. Click on install. It will just take a minute or so. So guys, there was a small pop-up and you have to click on yes to continue the installation. Now it is installing mongodb compass. Alright guys, so it says mongodb compass is being installed. It will launch once it is done. Okay, so click on finish. So this is compass. Click on start. So basically to connect to the database, right, you have to point mongodb. Basically you have to enter this URI mongodb :/ because we are running on localhost, so it's localhost, and then port number 27017 is the default port number for mongodb. And if you click on connect, it will just connect, and here you can see the default collections that comes with the document db, right guys? Now few more things, because you won't be dealing with this compass all the time to perform all your SQL. So what you do is open command prompt and say you have to check the mongodb version, right? Let's go in the command called mongodb-version. Now what it says this command itself is not available, right? So what you do is open the direct, go to C drive, program files, then mongodb, then server 6.0, and then go to bin. Copy this path, cd bin. Okay, now let's go and run the same command, mongodb-version. What it says here, you get the database version, right? So basically your mongodb has installed. To have Java available throughout the system, we set the Java home, right? Exact same thing we will do here also. So we have to set the environment variables. Okay, system environment variables. So let's go here. Okay, so click on environment variables and system variables, right? So just look for path here, double click on that one, and let's go and put this entry bin. Okay, mongodb, and then click on OK, click on OK, right? Now I'll just exit out of command prompt. Let's go and start command prompt again and type the command, say mongo d-version, and then you can run all your commands through command prompt, right? For example, you can start your database, you can find all of the collections and everything you can do from here only. All right.